Okay, I'm going to get started by welcoming everyone. Welcome to Wat Tung. Nice to see everyone here. Welcome to everyone who's joining online as well. This is our Sunday evening meditation where each Sunday I get together with students here just to guide you in a meditation session. And then afterwards, I'll just open up to whatever questions you guys have. I usually share a little bit of the teachings of the Buddha for people who aren't familiar with his teachings, just to kind of give you a little bit of taste and kind of a frame of reference of what the teachings of the Buddha are. Tonight, we're going to be doing loving kindness meditation. And this meditation is designed to eliminate your anger, hatred, ill will, and all your lesser versions in the mind. So if the mind's experiencing frustration, agitation, annoyance, bitterness, even the slightest dislike in the mind, this meditation will help you to essentially rewire the mind and eliminate that. Oftentimes people think that this is coming from other people, but it's actually coming from your own mind. It's not other people that are causing you to be angry or frustrated. It's the mind itself. And this is why you can eliminate it. Whereas if it was everybody else that was causing you to be angry and frustrated, you'd never actually be able to eliminate it. So what I'm going to do is start with some chanting to be able to ease you into the meditation. If you chant the chants, you'll actually get more benefit with it. You'll actually be able to prepare the mind to ease into the meditation. The chanting that I do, it's on a laminated sheet over there on the cabinet. You're welcome to help yourself to a sheet if you like and even chant along. If you decide to chant along, it's helpful to keep in mind that these aren't rites, rituals, ceremonies, worship, prayer, anything like that. There's none of these kinds of things in the teachings of the Buddha. If you've seen these kinds of things associated with these teachings, these aren't his actual teachings. He never did any rites, rituals, ceremonies, worship, or prayer. During his lifetime, they used chanting as a way to commit the teachings to memory so that every 2 weeks, his students would come together and they would recite his teachings orally. This is how they remembered his teachings 2,500 years ago. So it was used as a learning tool or as a learning device, where today we use it as a way to ease the mind into meditation and get more benefit out of the meditation itself. So you're welcome to chant along if you like. After the chanting, I'm going to be guiding you in a breathing mindfulness meditation session, just a short little session, just to kind of prepare the mind, where we're going to be focused on the breath. And anytime the mind moves off the breath, you'll cut that off and let it go and come back to the breath. Then there'll be a period of time of quietness where we're just all meditating, everyone here at the temple and anybody joining online. Then I'm going to come in with these phrases. You'll hear me say things like, may I be peaceful, may I be safe, may I be well, may I be free of all discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. When you hear these phrases, you can repeat it in your mind on the out breath, and this is what's going to help you to develop more loving kindness in your mind. I'm going to be going through successive rings where I'm going to be doing things like, may mom and dad be peaceful, and things like this. Safe, well, and free of discontentedness. I'm going to continue to go on until we get to all beings. It's important that you understand that when we're doing this meditation, we're not trying to change mom and dad. We're not trying to invoke some kind of special power to change mom and dad. This isn't a prayer or anything like that. This is actually to rewire your mind to be more loving and kind. When people have difficulties and struggles in relationships, oftentimes people think the way to solve that is to change the other person. But really, the way that this is going to help you is it's actually changing your mind. That when you cultivate loving kindness in your mind, when you're around people like mom and dad, you'll be more loving and kind instead of being bitter and harsh and hostile. Because if you put that out, that's what's going to come back to you. So this meditation isn't to change other people. It's not to send loving kindness to other people. It's actually to rewire your own mind so that then you can go out into the world and be loving and kind through your intention, speech, and actions. And that's where the real transformation is occurring. The meditation is kind of like filling up your gas tank so that then you can go out into the world and be loving and kind through your intention, speech, and actions. And that's how you're really going to transform your mind and your relationships. Because by the time you get to enlightenment, all your relationships are harmonious. And this meditation is an important part of that. After the loving kindness meditation, we're going to go back to the breathing mindfulness, and then we're going to come out of that with some more chanting. And then that's where I'll just kind of maybe share a little bit of teachings with you guys, and then mainly open up to any questions that you guys have. So you can take any position you like, either seated, lying, standing. These work really well with loving kindness meditation. There is a walking position, but we tend to not do that with the loving kindness meditation because it doesn't really work so well. So take whatever position you feel comfortable with. You're welcome to join in with the chanting, and then I'll come back in with the guidance to be able to help you. Arahang Sama Sambuddho Mahakeva Bhutang Mahakavanhang Aphivateyami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakavato Savakasangho Sanghang Namami Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Sammasambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Sammasambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Sammasambuddhassa Iti piso Mahakava Arahang Sammasambuddho Vichacharanang Sammuno Sakato Rokavitu Anutero Purisa Dhamma Sati Satatawa Manusrang Bhutto Bhagavati. Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath, a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to the next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose, experiencing the full breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Then I'll be back with more guidance on loving kindness meditation. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. Continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Repeat these phrases in the mind on the out breath. May I be peaceful. May I be safe. May I be well. May I be free of all discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. May mom and dad be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. May my family, friends, co-workers, and neighbors all be peaceful. May they be safe. they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all those who have caused me harm be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all those who I have harmed be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all beings, wherever they reside, be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be well. May all beings be free of discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. Now return back to breathing mindfulness meditation, focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Breathing in and out.
สัมมาสัมพุทโธมหาเขวาโหตังมหาเขวันนังอภิวาเทมิสวากขาโตมหาเขวตาธัมโมธัมมังนามัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนมหาเขวโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามินับโมรัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนับโมรัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนับโมรัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมหาเขวาอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิจาจารนังสัมมุโนสกขาโตโรกาวิตุอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามนุสนังพุทโธภาควาติ
Okay, if you guys would like to slowly make your way out of meditation. Once again, welcome to all of you guys. Nice to see everyone here. Welcome to everyone who's joining online as well. This is called loving kindness meditation. This is part of the path that the Buddha taught in order to be able to train your mind to get to enlightenment. What enlightenment is, where the mind's completely peaceful, calm, serene, and content with joy. By the time you get to enlightenment, you'll no longer experience any discontent feelings. You won't experience any anger, sadness, frustration, irritation, annoyance, guilt, shame, fear, stress, anxiety, loneliness, boredom, shyness, resentment, jealousy. All of this can be eliminated from the mind through training the mind. This loving kindness meditation is essentially breaking up the anger, hatred, and ill will, the frustration, the resentment, even the slightest dislike towards others. Right now, there might be certain people in your life that you like, and there may be certain people that you dislike. That dislike is actually coming from your own mind. Oftentimes, people think it's coming from the other person, where in reality, it's coming from your own mind. And the Buddha figured out a way to uproot this and get rid of it, so that way you can have harmonious relationships with everybody around you. So this meditation is something that you would do each morning, but you could also do it in the afternoon, in the evening as well. But having this in the morning is really helpful because it's kind of like filling up your gas tank, and then you go out into the world being loving and kind through your intentions, your speech, and your actions. That's where the real work is being done. The meditation is just kind of preparing your mind with the loving kindness, where you have a genuine interest in seeing all beings be well. But the real work that you're doing in order to transform your mind and transform your relationships is happening in your day-to-day interactions. This is where the core central teaching of the Buddha comes in. You're going to need to understand what's called the Eightfold Path. This is the core central teaching that the Buddha shared that's going to help you to understand how to improve your intentions, your speech, your actions when you're interacting with people. And then you can transform your mind slowly to be able to get to the point where more and more your relationships are harmonious, because it's no fun being resentful and hostile and bitter towards people. It actually takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of effort to be angry and frustrated and resentful. Sometimes people hold on to that stuff because they think that they're getting back at the other person. But in reality, the only person that's getting harmed is yourself. If you hold on to resentment and hostility, it's actually causing harm to your own mind. And sometimes what someone thinks is they're getting back at this other person, but it's kind of like holding on to a hot coal and trying to burn somebody else. The only person getting burned is yourself. So you need to be able to uproot this anger and hostility, this bitterness out of the mind. And this is a meditation that's going to help you to do that, but you're not going to be able to just meditate your way to the end of anger and hatred and frustration and all these other discontent feelings. You're going to need other tools and other techniques. You're going to need other teachings that the Buddha shares that's going to help you to be able to gradually transform your mind to this enlightened mental state. So that's why I have various courses, classes, and retreats here to be able to help you guys to be able to understand how to gradually train your mind to get to the point where you're experiencing more and more of the qualities of enlightenment. So I'm just going to stop here and see if you guys have questions, anything you guys would like to ask, whether it's about the teachings of the Buddha, something you're seeing here in Thailand, something with the temples, maybe your own meditation practice. Maybe you're seeing things that you have questions about. Maybe you've seen things in the news, or maybe you've been reading books or things like this. You can ask any and all questions that you like. We have microphones here in the white bowl. If you guys would mind, get a microphone. That way the people online will be able to hear you. There's a gray button. You just press it and the lights come on. And if you hold this up to your chin, we'll be able to hear you here at the temple, and they'll be able to hear you online. And then for those of you guys online, you can put your questions into Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom in the comment section. I'll be able to see that. Or in Zoom, you can electronically raise your hand and ask any and all questions that you like. So is there anybody here or online that has questions? Nothing you guys would like to ask? Okay, that's fine. All right. So what I'll do, well, let me just check online, actually. I should check here. Hello to you people online. People just saying hello. Okay. Oh, I don't see anything here either. Okay, so what I'll do then is just end by saying thank you. Thank you for being interested to understand the teachings of the Buddha and practicing a bit of his teachings. If you guys would like to learn more, there's plenty of opportunities for you guys to do that. You can see our bulletin board over there. You can also see our website. There's lots of options for you to learn. This evening at 9 p.m., I'm going to be doing breathing mindfulness meditation here, but then I'm actually going to be teaching an in-depth topic. Each Sunday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., I go chapter by chapter in this book, helping students to be able to understand the foundational teachings to get to enlightenment. This week, we're in chapter 16, which is titled Dissolving the Ego. Ego serves no purpose. I'm going to help students to understand what the ego is, the symptoms of it that's going to cause difficulties and challenges in your day-to-day life, and then how to actually eliminate it. That's where we're going to be spending a vast majority of our time in helping you to understand how to get it out of the mind, because it's just hindering you from being able to have loving and fulfilling relationships with the people around you. So enjoy your evening, whatever it is that you do, and perhaps I'll see you guys another time. Take care and be well. Sawadee khap. Sawadee khap.
Thank you again for watching. Enjoy your meditation. Look forward to seeing you online and answering any questions that you might have. Thank you so much.